Hi, welcome everybody. So it's Gunnar Fern coming at you live from Everett, Ontario, Canada. Today I'm going to Sunday. It's a nice day. It's warmed right up. The snow's melted. It's about 10 degrees. So I figure it's time to do some my weekly Smoky Mountain recipes. So today what I'm going to do is I'm going to smoke some baby back ribs and some chicken thighs for this evening. So right now I'm going to get you to come over and have a look. So what we got here, we've got several chicken thighs, bone in, skin on. The reason I'm keeping the skin on is because it's going to make a very nice cooking baste on the smoker later on. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to prep the chicken thighs and my baby back ribs, and they're going to probably marinate for about 3-4 hours in the fridge. So, excuse me, what I've got over here, I've got my homemade dry rub, which I'm going to use. In that, it consists of garlic powder, cumin, kosher salt, black pepper, chili powder, and just a touch of tarragon. Over here, I've got good old-fashioned plain yellow mustard, and I'm going to use that on the chicken. Mustard is one of the best things you can use when you're smoking or barbecuing for chicken. It acts as a natural marinade and gives it a beautiful flavor once it's crusted. And over here what I've got is a combination of rendered bacon fat as well as some olive oil, extra virgin. I mix it 50-50, and what that does is it allows the dry rub to stick to the meat really nicely, and it acts as a really good cooking baste when it's being smoked low and slow. Okay, if you'll notice over here, I've taken most of the lining off the inside of the ribs. Some people leave it on. I like to take that membrane right off if I can. It just gives a lot better tender flavor if you can pull it off. It's a bit tricky. Okay, so what we're going to do right now, we're going to start with the ribs. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to take my rendered bacon fat and my EVOO, just give it a light little brush, just like that. Gives it a nice flavor, and like I said, the dry rub will stick really well to it. We're just doing a 2 half racks today. There's just a couple of us for supper, so nothing crazy. Probably watch a little football later. Watch these babies smoke all day. Okay. So I've got my bacon fat, my EVO on there. I'm just going to take a little dry rub, put it on. It smells really good. Okay. And it's simply a matter, make sure you've washed your hands, which I have. Just rub it around. See if you can get it all into the corners of the meat. Just give it a good little rub. And once you're all set, give it a quick toss. Same thing over here. Rub it in, don't be shy. That's going to be a nice flavor. Okay, toss. And now we repeat. Let's give them a little baste. Again with the dry rub. Not too much, just enough to cover it. Doesn't need too much of the stuff. You don't want to go crazy with the rub, because then all you taste is rub. You just want to bring out the natural flavor of the meat. And once it combines with the smoke and the charcoal, it just balances really nicely. Okay, so our ribs are pretty much good to go. What I'm going to do, I'm going to put them in a tin pan for now. I'll transfer them later. I'll wrap that in a few minutes. That's going to go on the smoker in about 4 hours. We want them just to sit in the fridge for about 3-4 hours just to get a nice flavor. Okay, just give me a second. I'll be right back. I'm going to wash my hands. Okay, so our next project, we're going to get our chicken going. So this is a recipe I use. I've kind of developed it through trial and error, but it turns out really nice. Ribs over there. Okay, so with the chicken, you can use a bit of this too if you want, but there's really not necessary. The mustard acts well. So what I'll do is I'll take the mustard and I'll just spread it on the chicken, just like that. Almost like painting a ceiling or something. Not that I'm a good painter, but give him a little coat like that. Now what I do with the chicken, unlike the pork, I'm not going to do them on both sides. Because when I toss them later, I'm going to top the other side off. So you'll see what I mean. Okay, so let's get our chicken in here. All right, so we got our mustard base on there. Now, I have a little of that left. I'm not really going to use it. I am going to take my dry rub now. And this dry rub is good for pork or chicken. I find with a mustard, the dry rub works excellent. It sticks to it way better than if you just put it on it by itself, unlike pork. Let's give it some rub. As opposed to a rub, it's more of a topping, just a seasoning. Okay. Rub in, a little bit of love. And now you'll see it's in the pan. This is where I turn it. All right, just like that. And again, this is bone in, skins on chicken thighs. It holds its structure a lot nicer on the smoker or on the barbecue, I find. And they're also a lot cheaper than boneless, skinless. If you don't want to eat the skin, you can peel it off later, but cooking with the skin on really helps the flavor of the meat. All right, so let's do it again. Paint some mustard. And you can use different kinds of mustard. You can use Dijon, honey mustard, whatever you want. I find that using regular mustard, because it's pretty strong, once it smokes and cooks down, it kind of tears the flavor down, so it's not so sour. And it really acts as a nice marinade. Okay. More, and we're good. All right. Again, little dry rub. Top her off. Boom, boom. Just like that. All right. Give it a little turn. And again, this stuff will just soak into the meat, and it is incredible when it's done. Okay, everybody, if you have a quick look, again, we've got baby back ribs with a dry rub and a special rendering I put on them. And over here, my mustard chicken, which is going to go on both of these on the barbecue, or sorry, the smoker in about 3-4 hours. It's currently 9 o'clock. I'll probably put them on around 1 o'clock. We're looking at around a 3-hour cooking time. Okay, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Stage 1 is done, and I'll see you guys in a little while when they're on the grill.